Hi everybody, this is Linda and welcome back to my kitchen. My best friend Barbara gave me this recipe. It's the same Barbara that taught me how to make biscuits, and it took her 2 years to do that. But this is a pound cake. You can make it any flavor you want to. I'm making vanilla, but you can use coconut flavoring or lemon or orange, any flavor you want to make it. But this is absolutely the best pound cake I've ever eaten, and it took pulling teeth literally to get this recipe out of her. You know how some people don't want to give out their recipes. And I guess this is the only one. But she did give it to me. Now in this bowl right here, now you know when you make a pound cake, everything has to be room temperature or it will not work. It won't work properly. This is a cup and a half of sour cream, and I'm going to add a teaspoon of baking soda to it. I'm going to stir it up. And I'm going to set it aside. Set it out of the way here. Now go ahead and prepare your bundt pan or tube pan, whatever you're going to use, with, you know, flour and grease it, or grease and flour it. This in here is 4½ cups of cake flour. This is what I used. Swan's down cake flour, and I sifted it. And it's sifted with 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So they're sifted together and set aside. Now in my bowl, and I get this moved over, I have 3 cups of sugar. And let me get this out of the way. 3 cups of sugar and 2 sticks of butter. Now you can use lard. You can use shortening. My suggestion is to use the real deal. Use butter. Room temperature. Now we're going to cream the 3 cups of sugar and the 2 sticks of butter, which equals a cup. We're going to cream those together, and when they get like they should be, I'll bring you back. Alright, we've got our sugar and butter combined till it's a light color and fluffy. And now we're going to add 5 eggs, and remember, always bake with large or extra large eggs, and they are room temperature. You're going to add them one at a time until you can, when the first egg disappears, then you put the second one in. I'm going to go ahead and add those 5 eggs, but I'm going to do it off camera, and I'll bring you back after they're combined. Go ahead and preheat your oven to 325 degrees and let it keep preheating, you know, 10 to 15, sometimes 20 minutes, depending on your oven, past when the buzzer goes off telling you it's reached temperature, because it hasn't. When the buzzer goes off, it has not reached temperature. Alright, we'll be back when I finish adding these 5 eggs, 5 large eggs. Got all the 5 eggs combined. Now the next thing you're going to do is the sour cream with the added teaspoon of baking soda that you combined and set aside. You're going to add the flour, the cake flour, 4½ cups with 1/4 teaspoon of salt in it that you sifted. You're going to alternate adding those. You're going to start with the flour and then alternate until and end with the flour, and I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, and then we'll be back. Then I'm going to add the 2 teaspoons. I'm adding vanilla, but like I said, you can use lemon, coconut, almond, any flavoring you choose. Orange. We'll be back. Alright. I'm through adding that, and you can see how light and fluffy this batter is. Now, after you've gotten all of the flour and the sour cream in there, let it beat, you know, at like 2 or 3 speed until it's combined, but don't keep beating it, because that's another reason for failure with a pound cake. You overbeat it. Okay, all I'm going to do is put this in my bundt pan, or I'm using a tube pan that's been greased and floured. I'm going to put it in the center of the oven at 325 for an hour and 15 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted in it or some type of tester comes out clean. Then I'm going to let it rest for 10 minutes, and I'm going to turn it out, and we'll be back. Well, our pound cake is done. It took mine exactly an hour and 15 minutes at 325 degrees. And like I told you, this is one of Barbara's famous sour cream pound cakes. But I have many other pound cakes that I'm going to showcase to y'all. And you can take your pick as to which one you want to make, or you may want to make more than one. I'm going to give you a close-up shot. I want you to see that this pound cake is not oily. It has no spots in it, where thick spots from being using cold ingredients, and the oiliness would come from overbeating. But this is a delicious pound cake. I'm going to serve it to, you know who, Sam, and we'll see how he likes it. Here you go, Sam.
I love good pound cake.
This is just a plain vanilla.
Oh, it's delicious. You know, I don't know if you could make a pound cake much better than this. It's about the best.
It's very good, for sure.
Very moist, and it's got a little crunch to it.
Not much, but I do have a crunchy recipe that I'll share with y'all.
Well, good pound cake goes good with coffee or what, glass of milk or whatever. It's hard to beat.
Yeah, it is.
If you want to fancy it, you can always add strawberries or some kind of fruit topping. But
that's true.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Right. Thank you for coming in today and spending part of your day with me. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. And until next time, you all take care.